The Malaysian Army is the land component of the Malaysian Armed Forces. Steeped in British Army traditions, the Malaysian Army does not carry the title Royal unregistered trademark as do the Royal Malaysian Air Force and the Royal Malaysian Navy. Instead, the title is bestowed on selected Army corps and regiments who have been accorded the honour by the Yang di-Pertuan Agong, who is the Supreme Commander of the Malaysian Armed Forces. History. The first military units in Malaysia can be traced back to the Penang Rifle Volunteers raised in March 1, 1861, and the Malay States Volunteer Rifles which existed from 1915 to 1936. The birth of the modern Malaysian Army came about when the Federal Council of the Federated Malay States passed the Malay Regiment Bill on January 23, 1933. This allowed the initial recruitment of 25 males for the first experimental Malay company on March 1, 1933. Major G. Marcy S. Bruce of the Lincolnshire Regiment was the first commanding officer. By January 1, 1935, the experimental company became the Malay Regiment with a complement of 150 men. A battalion was formed on January 1, 1938 and eventually a second battalion on December 1, 1941. The 1st BN Malay Regiment was famous for its defence of Opium Hill or Bukit Chandu in Singapore. The Battle of Opium Hill, a unregistered trademark on February 14, 1942 involved 42 soldiers commanded by Lieutenant Adnan bin Sadi who defended their position against attack from the 18th Division of the Japanese Imperial Army under Lieutenant General Remyo Mutaguchi. After World War II and during the Malayan emergency, the number of battalions was increased to 7 in the early 50s. The Kerama di Raja can trace its roots to the formation on September 1, 1952 of the Federation Reconnaissance Squadron. It was later merged with a Federation Regiment to form the Federation Reconnaissance Corps. The name underwent a few transformations from the Malaysian Reconnaissance Corps, Royal Malaysian Reconnaissance Corps to Royal Cavalry Corps and finally to Kerama di Raja on December 8, 1986. The Royal Ranger Regiment's lineage began in 1863 as the paramilitary Sarawak Rangers. Although the second in the order of precedence, it is the oldest active formation of the Army. Organisation and structure. The Malaysian Army is currently organised into 5 divisions and are placed under the Field Army Headquarters. 3 of which are based on the Malaysian Peninsula, while the 2 are based on Malaysian Borneo. The Grup Gerak Kars, 10th Parachute Brigade and the Pasukan Udara Tentara Darat are independent formations and directly subordinate to the Chief of the Army. The Malaysian Army currently has 17 corps or regiments. These are grouped into 3 main components, the combat element, the combat support element and the support elements. Rank structure. The Malaysian Army uses a rank structure, 1, inherited from the British Army. The Malaysian Army rank structure has 17 levels from private to general. These ranks are divided into 2 groups, officer and other ranks which includes the non-commissioned officer ranks. Officers Officers are subdivided into 3 groups. Senior officers. This group consists of officers holding the ranks of Lieutenant Colonel, Colonel, Brigadier General, Major General, Lieutenant General and General. Field officers are officers holding the rank of Major. Junior officers. This group consists of Second Lieutenant, Lieutenant and Captain grade officers. Other ranks. This group begins at Private and works its way up to Warrant Officer I. This is further subdivided into 3 groups. Senior NCO. This group includes NCOs holding the rank of Sergeant, Staff Sergeant, Warrant Officer II and Warrant Officer I. Junior NCO. This group includes NCOs holding the rank of Lance Corporal and Corporal. Private soldiers in the Malaysian Army do not wear any rank devices on their uniform. There are no distinctions made between junior or senior privates. Corps and regiments. Regimen Askar Milao di Raja, Regimen Ranger di Raja, Regimen Sempadan, Kerama di Raja, Regimen Artillery di Raja, Regimen Semboyan di Raja, Ker Park Hitmatanam, Ker Polis Tentara di Raja, Ker Kesiatan di Raja, Ker Rasik di Raja, Ker Park Hitmatan di Raja, Ker Ordnance di Raja, Regimen Askar Juritra di Raja, Ker Juritral Trig dan Gentara di Raja, Ker Agama Angkatan Tentara, Regimen Askar Watania, Regimen Gerak Kars, Pasukan Udara Tentara Darat. Combat element equals. Regimen Askar Malaya di Raja, this is the most senior regiment of the Malaysian Army. Its ranks are recruited from amongst the Malay population. The regiment has 25 battalions. The 1st Battalion, the most senior in the regiment, currently undertakes ceremonial and Royal Guard duties. The remainder are configured as 20 standard infantry battalions, 2 mechanized infantry battalions and 2 parachute infantry battalions. The regiment uses rifle green berets except 2 battalions that wear maroon berets. C-17 or AMD Para Weblog. The 19th BN Royal Malay Regiment was involved in the rescue of U.S. Rangers and Delta Force operatives in Somalia during the Battle of the Mogadishu. The unit of 32 Rajpanzer Condor APCs and 113 men from Mabot 1 went in with the United States 10th Mountain Division to rescue the trapped Rangers. 4 APCs were mobilized and were destroyed by U.S. helicopter gunships. 19 Royal Malay Regiment suffered 1 soldier killed in action, PFC Machat Sarnaung, while 8 others were wounded in action. PFC Machat Sarnaung was later promoted posthumously to corporal and was awarded with Pingat Seri Pailoran Gaga Perkasa, the nation's highest gallantry award. In total, 7 officers and 26 NCOs were awarded various medals for their valor during the operation, the highest number of men recommended for medals in a single unit in a single operation. Regimen Ranger di Raja, this is a multi-racial unit organized along similar lines to the Regimen Askar Malaya di Raja. There are currently 10 battalions within this regiment. The regiment traces its roots to the Sarawak Rangers and the Sarawak Constabulary, famed jungle trackers who had a deadly reputation during the Malayan emergency and during the Communist Party of Malaya unregistered trademark S insurgency in Malaysia. The 8th BN Royal Ranger Regiment was the first infantry battalion in the Malaysian Army to undergo conversion into an airborne battalion. The unit is currently assigned to the Elite 10 Brigade. The Malaysian Army's most decorated soldier, Woi Kanang Anak Langkau, was a regimental sergeant major of 8 Ranger Regiments Sempidan. This is a newly created regiment from the 300 series territorial army units in charge of the border. The Deputy Prime Minister and Defence Minister, Najib Tun Razak, announced on July 1, 2006 the formation of a new regiment specifically for border patrol. Members of the regiment will be taken from various regiments and corps, most notably from the Regimen Askar Watania. It is believed that the Army will form about 2 to 3 brigades of this new regiment. The new regiment was officially raised on February 9, 2008 by Najib Tun Razak at Tanamura, Kelantan. Ker Arma di Raja provides the armour capability for the Malaysian Army. Currently, the corps consists of 5 battalions, which are equipped with various armoured personnel carriers and light combat vehicles. Regimen K11 of the Ker Arma di Raja is the sole user of 48.91M main battle tanks from Poland. Combat support element equals. Regimen Artillery di Raja is the artillery corps of the Malaysian Army and provides artillery support and local air defence for army units. The regiment is equipped with 36 Brazilian-made Astros 2 multiple launch rocket systems and 28 G5 MKI towed artillery guns from South Africa. Air defence is provided using a mix of Swiss Oerlikon twin 35mm and Swedish Bofors 40mm anti-aircraft artillery and missile systems such as the Drinners and Starburst from the UK, Anza from Pakistan, FN-6 from China and Igla from Russia. Malaysia committed to purchase Starstreak V Shorad's missiles from the UK in 2015. Regimen Semboyan di Raja is in charge of strategic communication, tactical communications, electronic warfare and early warning systems such as radar. Ker Polis Tentara di Raja deploys as part of the Field Army, in support of Army operations, and enforces proper conduct among Army personnel. Aside from being responsible for base security, the military police are also tasked with preventing and investigating criminal activities on Army property or by military personnel. Regimen Askar Juritra di Raja is tasked with demolitions, bridge laying and the repair of military infrastructure, such as airbase runways, or clearing obstacles in emergency situations. Jurutril Dan Jentera Diraja is responsible for the maintenance of all vehicles and machinery of the Malaysian Army. Rasik Diraja specializes in psychological warfare, surveillance, intelligence, reconnaissance and counterintelligence operations. Aside from handling propaganda and counter-propaganda, the Corps is also tasked with conducting background checks on recruits when they first enroll in any training courses. Support elements Ordnance Diraja ensures that all military supplies and ordnance are stored, secured and inventoried properly. Agama Angkatan Tentera performs religious services for Muslim and Christian personnel of the Malaysian Army. It also provides counseling and conducts ritual prayers on the battlefield. Park Hikmatan Diraja is in charge of transporting troops and supplies to the various units of the Malaysian Army. Kesihatan Diraja provides training for Army medics and other specialists. It runs the Armed Forces hospitals and provides the battlefield mobile hospitals. The unit has also provided relief medteams to Pakistan, Afghanistan, West Sahara, Indonesia and Palestine. Park Hikmatanam handles administration and financial management for the entire army. Special Forces Regiment Gerak Khas is the Malaysian Army's Special Forces and Commando Regiment. 21 Jarup Gerak Khas is the operational home of various specialists and the commando battalions, which are capable of conducting unconventional warfare or special operations. One of the known foreign operations involving this regiment was in an attack by Somali militia on a convoy transporting UN intelligence chief in Anosamdu on July 18, 1994. In the action, 2 members of the regiment were killed in action, while another 4 were wounded. One of the injured men was taken hostage by the militia and was released 9 hours later. 10th Paratrooper Brigade is an elite airborne unit tasked with being rapidly deployed inside or outside the boundaries of Malaysia. 10th Para is the key element of the Malaysian Rapid Deployment Force and it is Malaysia's primary main offensive force in time of war or emergencies. Air Unit Pasukan Udara Tentera Darat is the Army aviation branch formed around a corps of Royal Malaysian Air Force officers. This new Army formation is tasked with liaison duties, providing limited transport capabilities, close air support and also air reconnaissance using light observation helicopters. The unit currently has 1 squadron, number 881 Squadron, which is equipped with 11 Augusta A109 light helicopters. The main Army Air Corps base is located in Klang, Johor. Reserves Regiment Askar Watania forms the second line of Malaysia's defence. Formed by college students, professionals and civilians, it provides support for the regular armed forces of Malaysia and is responsible for the security of key installations in times of conflict. Originally tasked with area and local defence, the Regiment Askar Watania units have been reconfigured and will perform frontline duties alongside regular units when the need arises. Regiment Askar Watania units, such as armoured squadrons, are integral units of several Kerr Armoured Diraja regiments. Strength. The personnel strength of the Malaysian Army is approximately 80,000 personnel in the active army, 50,000 in the active reserve and 26,600 active and 244,700 reservists in the paramilitary. The Malaysian Army consists of 4 infantry divisions, 9 infantry brigades, 1 special forces brigade, 1 airborne brigade and 1 mechanized brigade, composed of 36 light infantry battalions, 3 airborne infantry battalions, 3 mechanized infantry battalions, 5 armored battalions, 1 light tank squadron, 13 artillery regiments, 3 special forces regiments, 3 field engineer regiments, 1 airborne infantry squadron, 1 construction regiment, 4 military police regiments, 1 signals regiment, 1 intelligence unit, 1 helicopter squadron. The Territorial Army includes 16 light infantry regiments, 2 border surveillance brigades, 5 highway surveillance battalions, 2 field engineer regiments. Equipment. Present development. Since the recovery from the 1997 economic crisis, MA, along with other branches of the MAF, has regained momentum in its modernizing programs. The first major procurement was to set a milestone by building its first ever main battle tank regiment. MA received delivery of 48 Pints-91M main battle tanks and other tank-based equipment, like ARVWZ-T4 from Poland, fully completed contract of sale in March 2010. Despite adding some 28 units of South African G5 Mk3 155mm howitzers, another major procurement was 18 units of Astros MLRS from Brazil, which delivery was completed in 2006. A second batch of 18 MRLS was ordered in 2007. MA is also rapidly mechanizing its current inventory. 211 Adnan IFVs were acquired by the Army in 2004. Following a more recent procurement of the Pakistani Bakhtar-Shikan anti-armor missile launcher, these were installed on the Adnans. MA is now shifting its emphasis on enhancing its air wing. In September 2006, MA received its 11th and last Augusta Westland A109H light utility helicopter. These helicopters are to initially complement, and ultimately replace, the aging SA-316B or copyright Rospati Al Alouette 3 helicopters. 6 of them were to be installed with light arms and to be tasked to a scout observation unit. A sample was shown in LIMA-07. The configuration of the remainder is unclear. Furthermore, the Army will also receive S-61A4 Nuri multi-purpose helicopters after they are retired from RMAF. These will form the backbone of the Army Euro unregistered trademark S very first air transport units, 881 and 882 squadrons of the Army Air Wing. In the same year, at the biannual Defense Services Asia 2006, Malaysia announced that the US-made M4 carbine service rifle will replace the Austrian-made Steyr AUG service rifle for all 3 Malaysian Armed Forces services. The Army will receive the new weapon soon. There is also a requirement for an upgrade to the current air defense network. However, a dispute between the Army and the Air Force on whether to introduce a mid-range SAM system had led to the procurement being put on hold. According to a recent interview of the Army Euro unregistered trademark S Chief of Staff, Ismail bin Haji Jamaluddin, the Army has no intention of taking over the mid-range air defense role. Future soldier system equals, the Malaysian Army currently has a soldier modernization program called the Future Soldier System. Under the FSS, the Malaysian Army plans to equip all soldiers with personal protection equipment such as Kevlar helmets, Kevlar vests, Oakley goggles and ear protection equipment. The program also includes arming all the standard-issue M4 carbines with SOP-mod kits, as well as equipping soldiers with a Glock series pistol. Sapura, the Malaysian electronics company, is offering their SAKTI soldier system concept via work in 3 areas: head subsystem, body subsystem and weapon subsystem. The HSS consists of a helmet Euro-mounted microcamera and night vision capability with a data output, helmet-mounted display and earpiece and microphone. The WSS consists of the rifle control unit consisting of a 5-button wireless controller for one-handed use with key features including push-to-talk for the radio, switching the HMD on and off, turning the HMD brightness up and down as well as video transmission to friendly forces. The BSS consists of a controller system, energy unit with a power pack for the communication interface, microcamera and HMD with a single polymer lithium-ion battery for up to 10 hours of operation. A communications interface for secure IP-based radio which from the image is a Thales Street RMILLE radio and finally a navigation unit with a display for Blue Force tracking and situational awareness, color digital mapping and terrain and urban profile analysis. The system displayed is visually similar to the Cord Defense Smart Grip RIC developed in partnership with Thales Australia. References, notes. Works cited, International Institute for Strategic Studies. The Military Balance 2012. London, IISS ISSN 0459-7222. External links, Malaysian Army official website, Malaysian Armed Forces official website, Malaysian Ministry of Defence official website.